Evening, everyone. Welcome to the Town Council meeting of November 12th. I'd like to congratulate everyone on the dais. Congratulations on winning the election. I'd like to start by having all of you stand, the council stand, and be sworn in. Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear you support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Connecticut, and you'll faithfully discharge according to law your duties as Southington Town Councilors to the best of your ability, so help you God.
I do.
Please be seated. I'd like to ask for nominations for chair.
Madam Clerk, I would like to submit the name of Victoria Triano for chairperson of the Southington Town Council.
Second.
Second. Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, I'll call the roll. Paul Chaplinsky,
Yes.
Michael Del Santo,
Yes.
Valerie DiPaolo,
Yes.
William Diedzik,
Yes.
Tom Lombardi,
Yes.
James Morelli,
Yes.
Christopher Palmieri,
Yes.
Christopher Poulos,
Yes.
Victoria Triano.
Yes. Well, good evening, everybody. My first order of business is to recognize the leadership of this council from the last term. Chris Palmieri has served for many, many years on the council, and always faithfully, and always putting Southington above self. And so it wouldn't be right for me to continue without giving Chris his gavel from the last term. And so, Chris, if you would just come on up, I want to make sure you get your, it says Christopher Palmieri, Chairman of the Southington Town Council. Thank you, Chris. Our next order of business is to select the vice chairman. Are there any nominations?
Madam Chairman, I'd like to submit for the position of vice chairperson, Tom Lombardi.
Thank you. Is there a
Second that.
second?
I'll second that, yes.
Thank you. Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, we will call the roll.
Chaplinsky,
Yes.
Del Santo,
Yes.
DiPaolo,
Yes.
Diedzik,
Yes.
Lombardi,
Yes.
Morelli,
Yes.
Palmieri,
Yes.
Poulos,
Yes.
Triano.
Yes. Congratulations, Tom. Next, we are going to appoint the minority leader, and we're opening the floor for nominations.
Hi, I'd like to nominate Christopher Palmieri as minority leader.
I'd like to second.
Very good. Any other nominations? Hearing none, we'll call the roll.
Chaplinsky,
Yes.
Del Santo,
Yes.
DiPaolo,
Yes.
Diedzik,
Yes.
Lombardi,
Yes.
Morelli,
Yes.
Palmieri,
Yes.
Poulos,
Yes.
Triano.
Yes. Congratulations, Chris. The next item of business is the appointment of the town's attorney. I'm going to look for a motion to table, and I'll explain why. The town attorney position is extremely important for the community, and we want to make sure that we get the very best candidate at all times. And so I would very much like to open up a search for our next town attorney. We will open it up to anyone in Southington who is a licensed attorney to submit a resume or a letter of intent to the town manager. And I'm going to ask that we would establish a search committee for our next town attorney. And so I'm looking for a motion to table this until the meeting in December At that time, our Southington Town Attorney will be appointed. Do I have a motion to table?
Motion to table.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, everybody. The town attorney search committee, I would like to appoint Attorney Dietzick, Attorney DiPaolo, Town Manager Shota, and the chair will also take a position on that. And we will review all of the applicants, and we'll come up with a recommendation for appointment by the only meeting in December. Is that all right with everyone?
Yes.
Okay, very good. It'll be interesting. However, now we're going on to the appointment of the Assistant Town Attorney. Do I have a nomination?
Madam Chair, I would like to nominate Attorney Alex Riccardone. Alex is a lifelong Southington resident. He has been an attorney in the state of Connecticut for 9 years. He currently serves as an attorney for the Air Force Reserve, and he also is a lawyer here in Southington for Martaccio and Oliveira.
Do I have a second for Attorney Riccardone?
I'll second that.
Very good. Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, let's call the roll, please.
Chaplinsky,
Yes.
Del Santo,
Yes.
DiPaolo,
Yes.
Dietzick,
Abstain.
Lombardi,
Yes.
Morelli,
Yes.
Palmieri,
Yes.
Poulos,
Yes.
Triano.
Yes. I believe Attorney Riccardone is here. I'd like him to come forward and sit at the town attorney position, Alex. Thank you so much. This is our new town assistant attorney, Attorney Alex Riccardone. Our next order of business is the adoption of the permanent rules and procedures. Every time a council is convened, we review these and we vote to maintain them. However, tonight, what my suggestion will be is this. We will go ahead and vote on the policy and procedures that we normally do. However, I would ask for a motion that we, at this juncture, remove the standing subcommittees from the document. These, you know, are appointments that come from the town council for certain standing subcommittees of the council to be filled probably at our next council meeting. So I will be looking for a motion to approve the policies and procedures except for the standing subcommittees section of that document.
I'll make that motion.
Is
Madam
there-
Chair.
There's a second, Mr. Chaplinsky, thank you. Is there any objection? Hearing none, let's take the roll.
Chaplinsky,
Yes.
Del Santo,
Yes.
DiPaolo,
Yes.
Dietzick,
Yes.
Lombardi,
Yes.
Morelli,
Yes.
Palmieri,
Yes.
Poulos,
Yes.
Triano.
Yes. Another aspect of the policies and procedures, it's not really a votable thing. However, to you, Mark, when reviewing it, I think, believe that we should have a little bit more gender neutrality in the document itself. Perhaps you can do it, or maybe it's
Work closely
with
with the
Alex, and that
town
would be
attorney on
wonderful,
that.
yes. It's nothing blatant, but I think that we are in the year 2019, and it's time that we have some gender neutrality in all documents. So, very good. Thank you so much. The last order of business at this moment in time is the adoption of the 2020 meeting schedule that you have before you. We give this to you at this time so that we can plan our vacations accordingly.
I'll make a motion to approve the 2020 approved meeting schedule.
Thank you, Chris. Do I have a second? Second by Tom Lombardi. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries. Thank you. At this time, we're going to take a 10-minute break. Many of you have family and friends here, and they've come to congratulate everyone. And we've got coffee, and I believe there's some really nice sweets or something there. Let's take a 10-minute break, and we'll reconvene in a short time. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. We want to thank you for your vote of confidence and support. But let's enjoy each other's company for a little bit.
Chris, is that your son running for the cookies?
joking.
Good, Vicki. That was well done. The break was good.
Good.
We're gonna
We all
incorporate-
like a little
we're gonna
break
incorporate-
once in a while, huh?
I'm incorporating that every 2 years now.
It sure is.
She didn't ask for discussion. I would say, you're lucky there's no meetings on Elvis's birthday. I don't work on Elvis's birthday.
Just as a matter of protocol, Mr. Chaplinsky, you're in charge of the candy right
Okay.
here.
Sounds good.
So you can open it up and break it
I'll take
loose,
one and pass it
and we
down.
can start. Amen.
What's the history of the
Any-
candy? Do you want to?
Any
Uh,
Jolly
Elvis's
Ranchers
can
in
been
there?
I think the candy's more the question, not how long the can's been around.
Well, I'll try it.
The can is from Jean DiPaolo.
That's how long it's been,
Yeah.
since
From
Jean
Jean
Juanita
Does
DePaul.
anybody eat it?
We all do.
Fresh candy.
All right, everybody, let's
Thank you.
get together.
Madam Chairman.
I call the meeting back in session, and Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Paul Chaplinsky.
Here.
Michael Del Santo.
Present.
Valerie DiPaolo.
Here?
William Diedzik.
Here.
Tom Lombardi.
Here.
James Morelli.
Here.
Christopher Palmieri.
Here.
Christopher Poulos.
Here.
Victoria Triano.
Here. Would everyone stand for the flag salute? And one of the things I would like to do, if you have served in the armed forces, if you are a service veteran, would you just kind of stand in the aisle, please? And would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance this evening? Please, if you're a veteran, would you just stand out in the aisle and just lead us, please? Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
We have the prayer, and Mr. Diedzik is going to lead the prayer. If you could all stand, please.
Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you this evening asking for your direction and guidance. Keep us focused tonight on what is best for Sullyton and her people. Amen.
Amen. You may be seated. May I have a motion on the minutes of our prior council meeting?
Motion. Go ahead, Chris.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from our last meeting.
I'll second.
Very good. Let's have a voice vote because we have some new folks. Welcome, by the way, everyone.
Chaplinsky.
Abstain.
Del Santo.
Abstain?
DiPaolo.
Abstain?
Diedzik.
Yes.
Lombardi.
Yes.
Morelli.
Abstain.
Palmieri.
Yes.
Poulos.
Yes.
Triano.
Yes, 5-4. Thank you, everyone.
504.
Councilmatic Communications, I open it up to the floor. Somebody have anything they want to share today? We'll start down there. Chris, would you like to, Councilman Poulos?
Sure, thank you. I just wanted to acknowledge Councilman Chaplinsky's leadership and all the others involved in the Walkley Fountain project. I as a resident of Plantsville, it's a great delight to see that project underway today. I drove by it this evening, and it seems almost completed. And it's just great to see our town's history being preserved and on display for the public. Thank you, Paul, and for your team.
Paul, would you like to add anything else to that? Would you like to let folks know how it's going and what they need, if
Sure.
they want to participate?
First, thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that. There's a lot of heartbeats in this. It's not just me. There's an entire community of people who have been involved, whether it's been staff, volunteers, folks who have donated. So there's a lot of people who are involved that really deserve the recognition. I'm hoping that by, in the next month, we'll see a flooring, we'll see some tidying up of the site so that it's buttoned up for the winter. And then by springtime, hopefully we'll have it turned on. But I think what you see with the fountain should be mostly complete before Christmas time.
Wonderful.
Hopefully by the last week of November. And then, with the weather permitting, we'll see how things go with installing pumps and things like that. But
That's terrific.
right now, everything's kind of closed off with respect to water, so we're not
Excellent.
going to do a whole lot.
Excellent. Who else? Val, you had your hand up.
Yes, thank you. So I'd like to just mention that for the library, the potential new library and possibly renovation, there is a survey that is out on the website, and it closes on Friday. So we'd like to just, any people that are interested in taking that survey, if you want to have some input into the new library, how this library spaces are going to be used, you can go online. The survey is very easy to complete. It's about 17 questions. You can completed online. And if not, you can go to the library, pick up a survey, and fill it out there and leave it. So just really important.
Is it on the library website?
It's on the library
Excellent.
website, yes.
Very good, yeah, excellent. Anyone else? Councilmanic? Yes, Tom?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would just like to take a look again at something we discussed over the last couple of council meetings. And through you, I would like to make a request of the town manager that we reach out to our energy consultant. And I know the previous council received a very detailed report. I'm sure most of us kind of looked at it and said, this is almost too detailed for us, but I would like possibly for our December meeting, if that's enough time for the consultant, I assume it is, that we can have a summary of the different energy initiatives that we've done by location with the energy savings and also the cash savings or the cash avoidance, like we like to say. But I think it would be good for the new council to get familiar with the energy consultant. I'm not saying that the energy consultant necessarily has to come and present, but at least a hard document that we can all review to get up to speed on that.
May I make a comment, Madam Chair?
Sure, of course.
The chair and I already spoke. What we're going to try and do is, over the next couple of months, we're trying to do what we feel is going to be some hot button stuff that's going to come in front of the council and maybe conversations you're going to have with your constituents. Obviously, at the next meeting, I'll see if I can get the Public Works Director just to go through all the Public Works projects that are currently there, because obviously we have 4 new members who it's important to be brought up to speed. In December, and Tom and I could talk about what we want to do. In December, I was going to have our Director of Revenue, because as you are all aware, reval's starting. And I know you guys are going to get a ton of phone calls at reval, so I wanted to get up to speed on that. So maybe we can do the energy in January, and I'll talk to the Vice Chair and see what he wants to do with that part of it. But
Perfect.
Those are the 2 big issues coming your way. Obviously, the Public Works are always the big ones, but reval is something that happens only every 5 years. But I know you're going to get a lot of phone calls and emails on that, so I want to get you up to speed with that too. So those are the 2 things I'm planning for department heads for the next 2 meetings, and then I'll speak with the Vice Chair on when we want to do energy.
Thank you.
Sounds good. Anybody else?
Madam Chair, I do have something as far as youth sports here in Southington. This Sunday at the South, at the Recreation Park, there's 2 divisions that have their championship games. The B division is actually playing at Conard High School for their championship game, but the A division is playing for the travel championship game. It's either going to be at the high school or Rec Park at 4 o'clock on this Sunday. So if you folks can have the time, go out and support youth sports in town. I know, I'm not sure of the date and time of the game. I know the North League also has a championship game coming up this weekend. So I think it's important that the town comes together and supports youth sports.
Absolutely, that's great. I just have a couple of things. Congratulations to SHS, their marching band. I believe they came in second, and it's quite an honor, and so it's wonderful. We want to extend our congratulations to the band. I, for one, was very talented in the band. I played third chair, third clarinet for 4 years in the band, so I do appreciate their effort. The second thing I want to do is I want to congratulate all the veterans, and as we celebrate and recognize their sacrifice to keeping our town safe, our country safe. I had the honor, as Mr. Morelli was also there, and Attorney DiPaolo was also there for the commemoration of Veterans Day on Monday. And the American Legion did an absolutely wonderful job, as they always do. It is also the American Legion's 100th anniversary. And we want to congratulate them from the town of Southington for being there all the time, taking care of our veterans who come home. You know, sometimes they come home with great rejoicing, and sometimes it's with sadness because they come home in a way that is quite sad. However, our American Legion is with them all the time. And so we want to congratulate them and wish them well, have a wonderful 100th anniversary. And that's what I have for Councilmanic Communications. If there's none else, we'll just go on. Is that okay with everybody? All right, so special committees. We have the Self-Insurance Committee. Mr. Poulos, are you going to bring us up to date on that?
Certainly can.
Great.
The Self-Insurance Committee met on October 30th, and I have 5 items to report. Claims for the 18-19 fiscal year came in $749,000 under budget.
Excellent.
A note on the fund balance. As of July 1st, 2018, so a year prior, we were at $4,800,000, approximately $4,800,000. At the end balance at 7/31/19, a year later, was $5,700,000, which is a $900,000 increase in our fund balance. That falls within the conservative side, but the mid-high range of our target range as identified in the fund balance policy that we established last year. In terms of 1920, current year, we're only 3 months in, but we're $491,000 under budget on claims through September. It's on track, but it is very early, as you know. As claims are made and deductibles are met, things change later on. We voted to determine the funding split. That's the percentage that the Board of Education and the town pays into the program, with a 76% Board of Education portion and a 24% town portion. That's the same as the last 2 years that we've had. It's based on number of employees, insurance rate, and net claims. Lastly, we discussed our wellness programs because we renegotiated our contract with Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield. There's additional funds allotted for wellness programs. And so we discussed some potential changes, increases in the people that operate that, a potential newsletter, and more information on the changing wellness programs is to come. That's all I have to report.
Thank you, Mr. Poulos. Any other special committee reports? We have just that one down, but okay, we'll have plenty of time to get through them all. Number 5, the town manager's report, and any communications with the town manager?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I first want to start by saying thank you to the voters of the town of Southington. As you know, the municipal center referendum went through with over 60% favorable, which is a very large number when it comes to municipal projects. So first, let me start by thanking the voters for having faith in our plan, and obviously we're going to move forward with the purchase of it. Let me also, while I'm thanking people, I want to thank obviously this particular board for moving forward with it. I want to thank the Board of Finance. I want to thank the Board of Education. And on a personal note, I'd like to thank all of you who helped me with all our little presentations we did throughout the town. I don't know if it helped, but it certainly didn't hurt. So thank you all very much for that. In your document, you're going to see an opinion from the town attorney on where we go for purchasing at the next step. So we have an option to purchase. We have between now and the end of February to execute the option. So I'll be working with our legal team over the next couple of months to execute the option. Obviously, it is still the plan to purchase it with the undated fund balance, and that's the way we're going. So unless something outrageous happens between now and next September, we'll be purchasing the property with undated fund balance. And I'll be happy to answer any questions you have on that.
Sure.
Sure, thank you. I have a question for the town manager, and I think it's important to inform the council on, my initial reaction when I read the legal opinion on the purchase was, well, why are we going to pay more months leasing it? Can't we just buy it right away? That's my first comment, question, and I want everyone else to be aware of the answer. Second thing is, we all are comfortable with purchasing it with cash versus bonding, and that the bonding option was in the referendum, but I want the council to get a firm answer, maybe not this evening, but very soon. I want, 100%, this is what we're doing. If there's any objections, if there's any option to bond, let's talk about it. But I think we're all on the same page in terms of we should use the fund balance. It's available, but we should get maybe even a little statement from you and the Board of Finance to update especially the new members on the council. So that's all I have. Thank you.
We could do that. To answer your question, the option is for us to execute the option after the 8th year of the lease. So the lease ends, the 8th year of the lease ends on August 31st, 2020. So therefore, we have 30 days to purchase it, but we need 6 months to execute the option. That's why that February date's important. So I'll be, like I said, I'm working with the legal team. We're going to get that out. Obviously, there has been no change, certainly in my opinion, that we should use our fund balance. I'll state that yet again. As I said on this particular board, and I also said during the presentations, people asked me that question, what would be the only reason why we wouldn't do it? I don't have a crystal ball, but obviously, if nothing changes between now and next September, certainly we're going to be using undated fund balance. Obviously, we have 4 new members of this particular board. If we want to put it on for another discussion, I'll be happy to do that. The Board of Finance is still the same, so I don't expect any difference from them.
Very good.
Thank you.
Any other questions of the town manager on this matter? Anything else, Mark?
That's it, Madam Chair. Thank you very much.
Okay, very good.
This will be the smallest report you're going to see from me.
I'm sure. I'm sure we'll enjoy this one. Next is public communications. If there's anyone in the public who would like to address the council, you'll have 5 minutes to come forward. One of the things that is very important to all of us on this dais is that you are treated with respect, and we would ask you to treat us with respect also. And, but you have 5 minutes to share anything you would like to share, and we are here to listen. So please come forward if anybody has anything. Wow.
Should we
Well, last
relish
call.
this moment?
Anybody? Anybody want to say anything? All right. Well, I'm going to close public communication. Going once, going twice. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. I do want to, before we go into old business, I do want to go back. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention this. On the adoption of the permanent rules and procedures, when we sign that, there is a code of conduct, council, that designates how we're to act to one another, to the folks that come forward. It's always been there, but it will be enforced during this term. So please take some time and read it. That is our governance of how we act while we're on the dais, and how we act actually as long as we are serving the town of Southington on the council. So I just want to make mention of that. I had forgotten to say that earlier on. Any old business? I don't think there is any. I was sorry, Attorney Riccadone. Do you have anything?
There's
for
a lot
us?
of pressure for him to give a
Pressure on
report
here.
tonight.
It's 5 minutes old.
report tonight,
Okay, very good. So, nothing to report from our Assistant Town Attorney, no public communication, no old business, any new business? Well, having.
Well,
Okay,
there's
please.
the honor comes the way. Under new business, we have tax refunds, so that would
Oh,
be the
yes, well,
honor
there
comes
you
our way.
go. Attorney DiPaolo, would you like to make a motion?
Yes, I would like to make a motion, Madam Chair, that we accept the tax refunds as outlined in our packets.
Very good. Good
Second.
motion, Val. A second? We got a second?
Second.
Very good. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The
Madam Chair, I
motion
just have one statement to make.
Of course.
At the next agenda, there'll be 6:30 here in this room, will be our photo. So obviously, I hope all of you, I need all of you to make it. So if there's going to be a problem, let me know, and I'll see if I can reschedule it. But if should not be an issue, 6:30, we're going to have our photo.
6:30.
Very good.
Mr. Rich will be here to take the photo.
Oh, that's wonderful. Very good. Okay, so I'm looking for an adjournment. I can't believe we're going to get out this early. I'm looking for
Adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Congratulations on your first meeting of this term.
Okay, so I gotta take
It's a good
this
thing I
home,
couldn't go
fill
through
this
that.
out.
I served on, well, how's this on the elected board, right?